I'm Bianca.
And I'm Byron.
Welcome to the self-made video interview, Bianca and Byron in the car chat series.
All of that.
That was a bit long, that sentence. So today, Byron, I think we should talk about customer service.
Yep. Let's do it.
Or lack thereof.
Or lack of, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of our experiences recently.
And I think, interestingly, I think we talked about doing this video or not doing this video a few times. And I think because we didn't want to maybe call out any particular individuals or
Any brands.
But realistically,
It is what it is.
it is what it is, and it's only based on our own personal experience, right?
Very recent experience.
Yeah.
So let's start with at the top.
Which one?
Let's
The car
go,
one.
Let's go with the car one, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Go on, explain.
So Byron and I decided that we are planning to buy an electrical vehicle. Okay, so we decided that, you know, electrical vehicle. What should I have called it? Electric car.
Electric car.
Electrical vehicle, electric car.
Yeah, go on, sorry. Tell
Alright,
your story.
sorry. Electric car. And for various reasons, efficiency, fuel, environment, all of that good stuff, right? But anyway, that's not the point. The point is we decided we're going to buy one. So we decided we're going to buy one. So we decided to go to a few stores, to car showrooms, to understand what it's all about. So we went along to our local BMW showroom to look at it's called an i3?
i3,
which is like a little Diddy electric car thing. It's quite cute, and so we went. I wasn't so sure about it, if I'm honest, but then when I went, I was like, okay, it's quite cute.
Yeah.
So we went along and we spoke to the receptionist. We said we want to find some more information about this car. She said, okay, no problem. I'll get someone to come and help you. So we sat in the car. We looked around the car. We looked around the showroom.
No one.
No one. How long was it?
Maybe waited 20 minutes or so. And in fairness, we did not have an appointment, which you might do in certain scenarios like that, but we just dropped in, and I'm sure many other people just drop in.
And it was empty.
And it was empty.
Totally empty.
Right? So
20 minutes in.
20 minutes in, no one came over.
We go back to the receptionist.
Go back to the receptionist. No, I think she actually came over.
No,
okay.
we went back and she said, oh, has no one seen you yet? Like, no, obviously,
still here.
that's why I'm coming over. She's like, okay, sorry, someone will be with you.
Nothing.
Another 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
And someone comes over really casually, like, hiya, how can I help? Like, well, I want to find out more information about this car. We'd already told the receptionist we were there.
Yeah.
So he was like, okay, well, yeah, it's an electric car. Okay. So we asked him a few questions. He couldn't answer any of the questions. We said, all right, you know what? Let's just test drive it.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, I'm not sure if we've got this vehicle available for test drive. Okay. You're not sure, so do you want to go find out? He's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go find out. Okay, so another 20 minutes or so?
Yeah, so then he went to go and look for the car or just disappeared.
Just disappeared.
So we then saw him rushing backwards and forwards, and we said, what's going on? And he said, yeah, he's found the car, but he has to move other cars out of the way. Now, I just want to add a little piece to this, right? So there's only 2 electric cars that they have available. One of them, they're probably not going to, most people are not going to buy because it's probably not that practical. But the other one, the i3, is something that if people are looking at electric and they go to BMW, they're going to look at this car. So first of all, not having a vehicle available or not knowing that there's a vehicle available is criminal, and not having it accessible is just as bad in my opinion. And then so he was rushing backwards and forwards trying to move these cars out of the way, and he just simply didn't articulate
what he was doing.
Excuse me, Mr. Prostet. I'm going to the car is available. I'm just moving a few vehicles out the way. Would you like to take a seat, have a coffee? And it's simple as that. But that wasn't.
So at this point, we decided to take ourselves to the coffee area.
Yeah. And
try and make a coffee. There was no cups available. Then I had to ask someone for a cup. just
Oh,
it goes on and on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so eventually, and this is not about him moving the cars and stuff necessarily. It's about the lack of communication and the fact that there was no like brochure or something to give the client while they're waiting to have a look at the vehicle. So anyway, we sit down with him. He now needs to take our insurance information so that we can be assured to take the car for a test drive.
Because he never asked us for a driver's license. But anyway.
Yeah. So he didn't take it. Yeah. So he didn't ask us for a driver's license. He just took down the information. What do you take? Just your like name, address, email address, whatever.
Name and yeah, something like that.
Fine, whatever. So then he says, okay, he's gonna go and get the car. At this point, he disappears again for another 10 minutes or so. We're not really sure why.
Yeah.
And so it's raining, so I'm waiting inside. I'm not gonna wait outside in the rain, so I'm waiting inside. And I see that. So this is the one that really irritated me. So he just left his the computer open. There was no, he hadn't logged out, he hadn't locked the screen.
So just to add a bit of context to this, the computer is a screen, like a 32-inch screen on a wall. Yeah. Which people can just walk past. Right?
Yeah.
So you go ahead.
Sorry, yeah. And he left it open with our details, other clients' details. You could have scrolled through, you could have taken people's details. Like that, to me,
GDPR
is a massive
fail.
GDPR fail. And I'm not big on the GDPR thing, like,
yeah,
you know,
me
whatever.
Either.
But you do not leave your computer open for all the customers, anyone in the showroom, to flick through people's personal details.
And as well, it's so bad that you can just, you know, when you can just hit the drop-down tab,
yeah,
and you can see all of the other customers.
Yeah. Full name, like, full address, phone number, email.
Big BMW, sorry, yeah. Epic fail.
Epic. Anyway, so we eventually get in the car. So, you know, we're in the car now, and we're going on this test drive, and we're asking him basic questions. How long does it need to be charged for? How many miles will it do once it's been fully charged? How much does it cost to charge it? Can you put a charging unit in your house? Do you need a charging unit in? Like, basic questions. And he didn't know. Do you know any of the answers?
At this point, me and Bianca just kind of did our little look back.
And I think you were test driving at the time, so you looked at me in the rear view and I looked back, I was like, forget it.
Yeah.
Don't ask any more questions.
Don't ask no more questions.
So Byron just starts asking random, like, oh, so do you like your job? Just, you know, random, like, small talk, conversation level stuff. So that was the BMW experience. We then got back to the showroom. I test drove it, got back to the showroom, hopped out the car and went on our merry way, right?
Yeah.
So that was the BMW experience. So then we said...
just to close that BMW experience, never received a call back, never received any follow-up, dead in the water.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah.
Didn't call you once?
Not once. Not an email, nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
No wonder he doesn't sell that much of them. Anywho, so then we went to Jaguar. So no,
same day.
That's a lie. We'll go there. I called Jaguar because we were going to central London, so I called Jaguar in Mayfair and asked them if they had any availability. Because I'm conscious Mayfair's a little bit different. It's a smaller showroom. They might have less availability, right? And
they might not have the car, but we thought from that experience, we thought let's phone up.
Yeah, because they might not have the car available to test drive. I called Jaguar. They answered straight away. Guy was really professional. He said, to be honest, we've got appointments all day. Is there any chance you can come on another day? And I said, no, I'm coming into central London today. And he said, okay, let me call the other customers and check they're definitely coming for their test drive. And if they're not, then I'll slot you in. I said, okay, fine. 5 minutes later, he calls back. Hi, yeah, that person's cancelled actually. So it's a great thing I called them. Come on in, we'll have the car ready for you. Park anywhere. We'll take your car, we'll park it, we'll pay for the car parking. Like, they couldn't have done more. And
this is like Berkeley Square.
Yeah.
So central London.
Mayfair. He said, just park on the yellow line outside, we'll take the car, we'll park it. And we found a parking space and he said, okay, no problem. They paid for the parking. Boop, boop, boop. Did it online, they paid for it.
What was that?
Boop, boop, boop. That was good, I thought that was good. Anyway, so, and like the guy, they came in, they took our driving licenses, which the other guy didn't do. Which makes sense, because you want to check someone has a driving license before they test drive a car. Anyway, and then they took us. One guy took us for a test drive. The other guy was doing something else, making tea or something. I don't remember what happened. Anyway,
no, there was someone who was essentially
the test drive
person who takes you out, and the other guy was a salesman. But even the test drive guy, he was knowledgeable. Yeah. He understood the product. Yeah. He knew most things, and what he didn't know, he would say, I'm not too sure about that. The best person to ask when you get back would be X. And But he knew 90% of the information, which was great and refreshing.
He even knew the information about BMW.
Yeah.
He corrected the mistakes that the BMW guy had told us about the amount of mileage and stuff from the electric charge. Didn't he?
Yeah, it was outrageous. But anyway, so the experience with Jaguar was completely different, worlds apart. And it was the same day, and okay, albeit maybe the price point is a bit different, but that's still not an excuse. And it's just such a shame because it's just frustrating when you see an unprepared salesperson. And it tells people are not stupid. And when you're unprepared, you don't get a sale. Or by luck, you just get it by luck because they're coming to buy it anyway. They just need you to fill in the paperwork. It's got nothing to do with you. But this is the difference between elite salespeople and people who just bumble along on their merry way. And I don't want to make this personal. This is more about maybe the brands itself and their training processes and their recruitment processes. Oh, that was it. In BMW, you said, oh, the manager has the BMW i3 and the manager's not in today.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Gosh.
And presumably it's a car you're pushing because everyone's
there's only 2 electric cars in the showroom, one of which people are not going to buy. Most people are not going to buy. So that was the experience with BMW versus Jaguar. We're like 98% sure we're going to go with the Jag. It's called an I-Pace. So we're gonna do that. I know everybody's is screaming at this. What about the Tesla? What about the Tesla? We don't really like the Tesla.
I mean, we only test drove one. We probably should see the other
we
one.
probably should maybe go back. Maybe on the way back today. See how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But the reason for this video really is to say to you that customer service and training your salespeople is really important. So regardless of what level of business you are, or the number of staff you have, or whatever, make sure your staff understand your product or service that you're offering in its entirety and are able to articulate it to a potential customer. And if they're not able to articulate it, at least that they are able to say to a customer, I'm really sorry, I don't have that information to hand, let me go away and come back to you, and that they actually do follow up. Because to get someone's details, to know they're interested in the car and not even to call them is crazy. Like Jaguar probably haven't stopped. They keep calling like once a week, and they send emails, and they've kept us up to date, and they're trying to work on, they've done the work. And I just think that regardless of where you are in business, just make sure you know your product. It's difficult to sell a product without really understanding it in its entirety.
And 2 other quick notes. So business owners, mystery shop yourselves. Get someone to mystery shop your business. You can pay for the service or get a friend to do it. And non-business owners, you can get paid to mystery shop.
Yeah.
And dine and eat and everything else paid for, and also be paid to do it. So there's a little extra income stream for you there. So let's move on to Zizi, the restaurant chain.
Yeah.
Zizi, the restaurant chain. So this one was really interesting because I know a lot of people can empathize with this, right? You go to a restaurant, there's no one in the restaurant, and they ask you, do you have a reservation? Okay, maybe you've got bookings, so I understand. So we got to Zizi's on it's like a Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon, in Greenwich. Walked in, it was empty, and there was one member of staff kind of eating on one of the large tables, having her lunch. Could be a manager, who knows? Not my prerogative. Anyway, so Bianca said, I said, take for 2. And they said, have you got a booking? Said no. And she goes, we're fully booked. And we was like, okay. And we're looking around. We're like, okay, no problem. And Bianca goes, well, you've got nothing available. Looking at the member of staff chilling out on his biggest table, having their lunch, right? Fine, everybody's got to eat, but this is a place of work.
So then I said, what about the 2 in the window?
And the woman looked over, she goes, oh yeah, you could have those if you want those. Okay. And we looked at each other, was like...
And then she said, but the kitchen's going to take about half an hour.
That was it. She goes, the kitchen was going to take half an hour to make the food. We didn't say we was in a rush.
Didn't say we were in a rush. So why are you, and how How is the kitchen going to take half an hour when there's no one else in the restaurant? Is the other thing.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Yeah.
So in short, we left and
In
went to
short, we
Nando's.
just looked at each other and was like, they don't even deserve our business. But this must be happening on a larger scale across multiple chains. These things happen all the time.
Yeah.
So when these businesses are going out of business, which many of them are, I just wonder sometimes, like, do the management actually know what's going on the ground? You know, and you know, it's just it's so sad because the high street is changing, and competition is still rife, and it's just anyway. I can go on about this topic all day, but
I think what's interesting is that so the ZZ was next to a Nando's and a Byron Burger and another chain. So it wasn't like there was a lack of other options.
yeah,
So for you to just turn people away so flippantly, it's not like, you know, you were the only restaurant. There's other options, of course. But the fact that she just didn't, you know, oh, there's no tables. There's loads of space. Okay, oh, you can sit on those two, but now the kitchen's busy. Like, it just seemed like, you know.
any reason for us not to dine there.
Yeah. Which is incredible.
Yeah.
And conversely, I think what it was bad, and we felt it was an illustration of poor customer service, but also, like you said, the high street is dying. Don't let people, these people, do you a disservice in your business by not treating your customers properly. But then we went to a restaurant on Sunday in Oxted.
Yes.
And they were packed, busy. They clearly booked out on a Sunday. And we went in and we said, oh, any chance of a table for 3? And the lady said, oh, let me have a look. She had a look. She said, we haven't really got any tables, got bookings, but we've got one table, but we need it back within an hour and 15 minutes. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's fine. If you could serve us food in that time, we're happy to dine in that.
Yeah.
And it just shows the difference between what might be an independently run restaurant and a chain.
Absolutely.
But also just customer service from that individual.
Yeah.
So just be careful.
Yeah.
Make sure your team are representing you properly.
And that's difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
But don't be out of touch. I think that some of these chains are out of touch with reality.
Yeah.
And they don't have the right processes, recruitment in place. Because I'm sure our story is not the only one. And people are experiencing us on a daily basis. I thought I missed my turning.
No, you're fine. Oh, well, that's it from us, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. I've been Bianca.
And I'm Byron.
And Self-Made.
Is success.
Bye.